Oh yeah! Welcome back to Fog Wrestling. It is your 10th of March 1997 edition of Nitro. First ever WCW Nitro review on this channel. Leave it down below if you want us to review Nitro on the regular. Hell, I know I would. But yeah, 28 years ago, back to 1997, well over 28 years ago. And by God, this just made me sad watching this. I watched all the Nitros up to like mid-98 a couple of years ago on my old channel. Well, I say a couple of years ago. It's probably about 7 or 8 years ago, right? And this is just bringing back the memories. And obviously with Hulk Hogan's recent passing, it's really sad watching it. But here, nonetheless, it was a great show. And it began with the main man himself, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, brother. And, oh man, I mean, here is WCW Nitro kicking off with Hulk Hogan and Dennis Rodman. I mean, come on, man. It's just so good. Honestly, it is just so freaking good, right? Because this arena, I think we're like 6 days away from Uncensored. But this arena, it's in Panama City, Florida. It's at the beach. You know, the ring is literally in the middle, right? It's like in the middle of a swimming pool. You've got all these fans. You've got hot women, cool dudes. Mike Tenay, Bobby Heenan, Larry Sabesco, Shivani. You know, obviously it changed after the first hour. You've got Mean Gene. It's just, I mean, the location, Club La Fela. This is just fucking epic, man. Absolutely epic to watch. And it's like, how did wrestling fall off so hard from this? And this is just some random... I mean, this is Nitro going toe-to-toe with WWF at the same time. You know, look at the options you had. I seen a comment a couple of days ago. It's like, oh, the only reason you guys don't like AEW is because your minds cater to only like one version of wrestling. I mean, in the 90s and the early 2000s, you had ECW, WCW, and WWF, and they were all fucking different, right? And you know what? See, watching them, they're all fucking great in their own right. They're all unique. So see this, or your minds only cater to one thing. Now, I've always preferred watching WWE, right? But see WCW, epic. See ECW, unique and great. So, it does piss me off when I hear people say that. But anyway, enough about me marking it about the arena and the location and the hard women, brother. It's time to get into the start of the show. So like I said, you get Hogan and Rodman. They've got a new movie poster here. It's for Double Team. He's like, oh, Rodman. He's like, you're the newest member of the NWO, brother. Puts it over him. And he's like, yeah, and they're all tensing up. Brother. It comes Piper and his team. They're all wearing kilts. Great. Phenomenal. Let's see how this goes. This was brilliant, though. And they're essentially sitting in the stands, in the swimming pool. And we begin with our first match. We get High Voltage facing Steve Mongo McMichael and Jeff Jarrett. Mongo McMichael, I actually liked his in-ring work. You know, he brought in NFL maneuvers because of course he played for the Chicago Bears. R.I.P. McMongo. And I tell you what, just absolute unique, brilliant style to bring. It's like the guy's an ex-footballer, and what does he do? He implements that. And this is when wrestlers actually had unique movesets. Like High Voltage have theirs, Jeff Jarrett has his, and McMongo has his. Like you watch Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY, it's the same shit. It is the same. It's just 4 guys doing flips. That's all it is. But I like this, man. I liked it, man. But I tell you what, they win. They defeat High Voltage. No real complaints there. They want Flair. The fans are chanting for Flair. But Rage comes in. Jeff Jarrett hits a flying dive, and then tags in Mongo. And that's pretty much it. Mongo seals the deal. And then what happens is the Horsemen, they go backstage because obviously at this point McMichael and Jeff Jarrett are part of the Horsemen. They go backstage. Out comes Roddy Piper, goes on a rant about Goldust. He's like, that same company said I was too old and now their guys are old and I beat up Goldust on one hip. And anyway, fuck WWF, damn it. He makes some gay jokes, which was kind of funny. And he's like, fuck Hard Stern. Because guess what, guys? At the pay-per-view, I'm going to then out come the Horsemen. Woo! Ric Flair's in there. I mean, Ric Flair and Piper going toe-to-toe on the mic. I mean, is this not exactly what you want? Ric Flair's like, whoa, show it, profiling, common enemy in the NWO. Woo! no. Piper's like, these guys, they're my family. I've only known them for a week, but they're my family. Flair's like, no, you can't go with those guys. How about you join my team? You join the Horsemen. You need backup. The Horsemen, common enemy, NWO. We work together. We're unstoppable. Piper's like, okay. And his family just get parted. I mean, you've got John, what do you call it? Earthquake, and 2 other jobbers here. I mean, this didn't really last long. TV title match, though. Up next, we have Dave Taylor versus Prince Iaukea. During this match, like, the NWO limo rocks up. You've got Hall, a bunch of other guys. This is just fantastic. I mean, Wall Street comes out. You've got Savage. You've got Hogan. Kevin Nash. Oh, man. The main event, man. The wrestling legends getting out of this limo. It's endless. It's like one of those clown fans, man, where just people just kept on leaving. But, yeah. Prince Iaukea didn't exactly... it didn't really exactly do it for me, but anyway, he hits a crossbody on Dave Taylor. 1, 2, 3. Dave Taylor's best work. I mean, when was it? Probably his wee mini tag run with with William Regal in like 2006. I didn't mind Dave Taylor, but yeah, he's just a bit boring, isn't he? We then cut to Eddie Guerrero, US title on the line versus Jim Pars, and we have got Dean Malenko, the master of 1,004 holds, on commentary. Guerrero cheats to win. I mean, it wasn't really his gimmick at this point, but of course he is a heel, let's say. Dean Malenko on commentary was pretty good. Eddie Guerrero points out the fact that Dean Malenko's just jealous about the fact that he's got the US Championship, cabron. He's like, I'm tired, they say, of your attitude, Malenko. How would you take me on it uncensored, eh? And it's like, yeah, Dean Malenko versus Eddie Guerrero. Now that's a match that I'd like to see. Up next, DDP versus Sergeant Craig Pitman. This Craig Pitman guy is just straight off of that movie, Full Metal Jacket. The match doesn't last very long. I mean, it was alright, but even this like Sergeant guy, he's like his moves are like army related. His offense is like army related. It's like, is that not what wrestling's all about? DDP obviously hits the diamond cutter, he wins. He then cuts a promo, but then the power goes out and we cut to break. Comes back, the power's back on, he goes through Savage, says he's going to kick his ass, and he does obviously his wee signature taunting pose, which I like, damn it, I liked. Rey Mysterio Jr. cuts a promo during his own entrance, and he takes on some guy called Galaxy, who apparently is better known as Damien. Larry's like, you know what, we need Paige to win, to keep the rats away from. Tony's like, well, okay, that was pretty funny, but then Rey Mysterio escapes a full Nelson, and the West Coast Pop ends the short match as the second R begins, and it cuts to the commentary team, and Mike Tenay has replaced Mike Tenay and Bobby Heenan are now there with Tony Schiavone. Larry Smith goes away. I mean, this is this like wrestling, man. This is like during a period where like they would change the announce team like an hour into the show, and there'd be like no downgrades. Maybe in Raw when I think the odd time Cole would have come in. That's a downgrade, but either or, guys, I'm pretty entertained from this. Mean Gene then brings out some guy called John Sensio from MTV. It's like, okay. Then he brings out Miss Monday Night Nitro. Some hot lady, some blonde, and I have no issues with this. Up next, we got the rules explained of the match on Uncensored, which was, it's obviously Team Piper versus Team NWO. Ric Flair's in there as well. But anyway, it's essentially, if the NWO wins, they get any title match anytime they want, anytime they, well, damn please. They basically get to take over WCW shows. But if WCW wins, the NWO loses every single title, and all of the wrestlers are banned for competing for 3 years, which to me just seems fucking, like, too harsh on the NWO. Like, how would this even get agreed to? But, yeah, I'm pretty sure... But it was also revealed that Piper would get a cage match. And is that no... Hogan, I'm pretty sure, gets a cage match with Piper. I'm pretty sure it's the one where Savage jumps off it, and it feels the cage felt like it was like 40 feet tall. But then that requires Team Piper to win. But then the stipulations NWO losing is insane. Either or, I mean, what a match. Team Piper, consisting of the Horsemen, Roddy Piper, taking on Team NWO. Dennis Rodman, Hulk Hogan, Savage. DDP Savage, I think it's a singles match. You've got the Steiners versus the Outsiders. Fucking sign me up to Uncensored 1997. This is wrestling, folks. This is fucking brilliant. Then we've got a 4-on-4 tag match. We've got the amazing French Canadians, Roadblock and Greg Valentine taking on Lex Luger, the Giant, and the Steiner brothers. Like, holy shit, what a fucking tag team. Lex Luger, the Giant, and the Steiner brothers, they all get their bits in. They win. Essentially a squash match, but yeah, I have no complaints. We then have Juventud Guerrera versus Ultimo Dragon. Here, this match was good. I have no real complaints with. Ultimo Dragon hits the Super Rana in and the Tiger Suplex for the win. I have no complaints with this, folks. This is a good match. Yeah, cruiserweight wrestling when it was actually good, and then they actually factored in psychology before they just replaced it with fucking shitey gymnastics. We then had Chris Jericho versus Scotty Riggs. Chris Jericho gets, I mean, this was pretty good. Buff Bagwell then comes out and starts attacking Riggs with a strap. That causes the DQ, but then Jericho starts like punching Buff Bagwell, and obviously you've got the NWO guys, WCW. What a time to be alive this must have been, watching this week to week. But yeah, DQ finish here. Out comes Medusa. She's like, you know what? I was the first lady in WCW 5 years ago, and I want the title, and I want Luna. And then it cuts to Lee Marshall. He's like, yeah, I'm in Savannah. I'm in Savannah, Georgia. Every week, this Lee Marshall guy phoned in from just like some fucking random location. Every single week with Wcw Nitro. It made you question, like, what the hell is going on here? Hardbody Harrison took on Kevin Sullivan. Now, apparently this guy, Harrison, is famous for suing WCW for not getting pushed because he was black. I mean, to be honest, folks, I don't think it's got anything to do with skin colour. I think it's got to do with the fact that he's not that fucking good. You know what I mean? Ever think of that, buddy? Yeah, this guy, no one remembers him. I mean, if you're getting remembered just for your fucking, the fact that you sued the company, that tells you all you need to know. Anyway, Sullivan wins, and then him and Jackie cut a promo. It's actually a really good promo for Sullivan and Jacqueline. I enjoyed this, and Jimmy Hart also, the mouth of the South, got his stuff in there. I liked it. But then the show comes to an end here. The NWO come out down. I mean, Hogan, Savage, the Outsiders. Hey yo, Dennis Rodman. Oh man, brilliant. Each guy gets to cut their own promo. Hogan puts over Dennis Rodman. Sting then gets his NWO shot. Yeah, Sting's out there. Of course, at this point, he's kind of like in limbo. Is he in the NWO? Is he not? Hogan and Bischoff ignore that. They're like, who was that guy earlier talking during the power outage? Who was that mid-carder? I think his name's Diamond or something, which is funny. Savage can't remember. Sting's got nothing to say. You know, Heenan's like, you know what? If Bischoff's power suspended, then how the fuck did they get a promo for this? Anyway, who knows? But yeah, that was pretty much the show. Public Enemy also got battered by Harlem Heat, and that ended the show, which was weird, because you had like a really good NWO promo that felt a wee bit rushed. But you know what, guys? That was WCW Nitro, 10th of March 1997. Just a really fun, enjoyable show. I will give it a 7 out of 10. Some good matches and good segments.